Mr. Edward Townsend from myEcon. They are, as I said, financial gurus. They're invaluable resources right here in our very own community. So what I would like to do first is to just give you a chance to talk about how you actually began to do this work. Of course, a lot of people, they believe they know this, they believe they know that, but they haven't put themselves out there yet to provide that knowledge as a service, and to sustain themselves by making use of their own internal resources. So I'd like to know, and I'm sure the listeners would like to know also, how you got into this line of work.
Well, I've been in with this information for 27 years, and I've been doing personal financial success 12 years since inception. And it helps people in a basic necessity. We start out with immediately cash flow into the household. That's what people need, okay? And we show them how to do that by minimizing their taxes. Number one, just a small example, if you make $40,000, you pay $14 in taxes. You take home $26. But if you buy a house or a car, it's based on $40. So it causes people to go into debt because they're living above their means. They only take $26 home. So we go back to the basics. So if you get a refund at the end of the year, $3,000, the government keep $11. So we're showing people how to get the whole $14 back into the household. And when that came along, we come up with other things: business income, passive income, and investment education. So we want to start with the working class people that's paying and funding everything. They spend all of their money on products and services every payday. So they need a way out. So we start at the basics. We help them eliminate their debt. Just say they got an extra $500 a month back from tax deductions. Okay, so we show them how to eliminate their debt. Next, we can go into credit repair, and then we do investment education. So at this point in time, they have from $3,000 to $5,000 to invest. So it takes them from basic to where they need to be. Ordinary people that don't have knowledge, and they grow and learn and implement at the same time.
All right. On the information that the literature that I acquired from you, it reads, and I'll read this so everyone can hear it: the main cause of poverty or financial struggle is fear and ignorance, not, and you all even underline the not the economy, government, or the rich. Fear and ignorance. What did you mean by that statement?
Well, first, people are in fear of change, and that makes people ignorant of getting the knowledge that they need to advance, and that's basically what that means.
Okay, so it sounds like what you're saying is they're afraid of the truth.
Yes, absolutely. You know, when you get a business opportunity in front of you, the first thing that most people do is ask for advice, and the people that they ask for advice from are in the same struggling situation that they're in. Therefore, they don't have the right type of knowledge to give accurate advice on information that they don't even know about. And they make, misguided judgments about something, and they leave a business opportunity that's going to help them, off the table. So, that fear, it needs to be crippled. It needs to be taken away from. When you take fear out of the equation, then you have action to move, and there's no longer ignorance. there's no longer fear. So you're able to move forward on information that's going to help you.
Okay, so once the fear subsides, it's just a matter of time before the ignorance subsides. Then.
Correct.
Okay, wonderful. So, with that being the case, then what are some practical solutions? Like, you know, and you got to think how our situations run the gamut. You know, over the course of these recent generations, we have all of these college graduates, well-educated people, but of course their income doesn't always correspond to their level of education. And then, of course, you also have many people who are blue collar workers, blue collar business owners.
Right, absolutely.
So what then would be some solutions? You know, how can they get more out of the education and the work that they're doing right now?
Okay, I can answer that. The first thing, like I say, we're going to take them through the change. Okay, so we're the most educated people there are, with all type of degrees and everything, but there's no work, there's no jobs for them. So first of all, we show people that college is a business. Okay, college is a business, and they're there to give you and what they sell. They sell education, diploma. Now it's up to you. So we go in and we help people to understand education is okay, but it still keeps you in a job situation because it's geared toward a job. And plus, the people's ignorance come in is that when they need more money, they think a second job. They need more money, they think a third job. Overtime, going back to schools from a bachelor's degree to a master's degree to get higher pay. But the main issue is higher taxes. Nobody teaches them how to lower their taxable income. But if you look at Mitt Romney, when he ran for president, his secretary was paying 25% taxes. He was paying from 0 to 15. See, that's what the wealthy people do. They take advantage of the tax deduction. So we teach people how to do that so that they can build wealth and become wealthy and get out of the spinning wheel of I need more money, I need another job, I need overtime. That's where the ignorance come in. But when you try to show them change, they look at the stability in a job. Oh, I get a paycheck on the weekend. So we show them how to get money immediately so they can't say that about the change to a business.
All right. So do you encourage the people who come to you for advice, do you encourage entrepreneurship? Or, I mean, how does entrepreneurship factor into your idea of like not just economic, not being aggressive, but also being responsible, right? So how does the issue of entrepreneur factor into that?
Well, entrepreneurship is a must. I mean, you can't get around it. The average middle-class person has a home-based business within their home. They work from their home, and they can have a regular job also. So what we do, we try to empower the people in entrepreneurship to start their own home-based business and gradually leave the job and go full-time into the business, because we say, okay, start on a part-time basis. Use that money to get further and further ahead, to get out of debt, okay? Outpace inflation. You have to have more money to outpace inflation. The job will not pay you enough money to outpace inflation. So you have inflation, taxes, and a lack of knowledge to go forward. So you're fighting a losing battle. So we have to help people to overcome the fear of change and go in and help themselves through entrepreneurship. Okay, I've been an entrepreneur ever since I was 7 years old, selling grit newspaper. That's how I know I'm an entrepreneur at that time. So I was exposed to nothing else. So then I went back, went in the military, got out of the military. I was in debt. So I got rid of my debt when I got into business and learned how to get out of debt. And how to get out of debt, you need more cash flow. See, if you want to get rid of depression, all the other stuff, you need abundance of cash to get ahead.
Yeah, it sounds like there's no substitute for increasing that cash flow.
No, sir.
Doesn't sound like any meditation or whatever, even just positive thinking, seems like ultimately you're gonna have to come across this whole idea of just increasing your overall inflow with capital.
Yes, you do, and you don't have to get it from the banks. That's the number one thing, because we teach debt-free. You can do it debt-free, so you just have to income shift the money out of the hands of people that's taking it away from you because of your lack of knowledge.
Okay, can you elaborate on that, please?
Yes, sir.
Just income shift?
Income shifting. Okay, just like you're overpaying in taxes and don't know the consequences behind paying too much taxes and don't take tax deductions. You only got standard. That's the standard for everybody that's working, right? So when we income shift $400 to $500 immediately into your next paycheck from your job, that's income shifting. Okay, when we teach you the value of having a business versus a job, that's income shifting. Anytime we can shift your money from other people's hands back to yours, that's income shifting.
It's cash flow.
And we also call it cash flow. Okay, cash, asset, cash. That's what the wealthy people do. They got cash, they buy assets that make more cash, they buy more assets that make more cash. So they don't have to go to the banks and get into debt.
Okay, well, can you speak to the need for the multiple streams of income? And so what route does a person take? You know, you're 22, you're 23, maybe you are beginning to, maybe you have acquired a job that enables you to have some type of surplus at the end of the check. Maybe you're, only coming out of college, coming into the workplace. And your focus has been that full-time job.
Yes.
So that is where many people are. Some have been for decades focused on that full-time job. Can you kind of maybe give them some food for thought or some substance to help transition them into the process of developing multiple streams of income?
Okay, if you have a job, you got one stream of income. That's the job. Okay, so what we have to realize is that we have to find something outside of the job to go forward, because the job pays just enough to live. See, we live in a capitalistic society, and it's designed to pay just enough. If you want more, then you have to seek something different in addition to what you're doing. Okay, so if you're on a job today and you living from paycheck to paycheck, or there a lack of, then you need to do something different. You need to focus on getting more income or cash flow into your household, and you can't get a pay raise on your job when you need it. See, so what we can do is go in and show you how to increase that paycheck to help you to do the things that you need to do to go forward with your new business or something that will give you more cash flow other than the job. The job is limited.
Okay, so can you sit me down, or anyone else? Can you sit us down and help to practically evolve us and help us develop a stronger economic portfolio?
Yes, sir. Exactly. We start with your job. We help you. Everybody that's got a W-2 job filled the W-4 out wrong, and that's pretty powerful to say, but it's true, because no one tells them how to fill it out correctly. Okay, and they go in and they maybe ask the HR. They say, well, okay, you got one child, you get one, but that's incorrect. You have to go from A to H and answer the question. If you have 3 kids, that's 6 allowances. First of all, it's not tax exemptions or anything like that. It's strictly allowances. All it does, the W-4, is tell your employer how much money to take out of your paycheck, okay? Once they take the money out of your paycheck, they send it in to the tax part, right? But if you fill it out with 0 to 1 to 3, they're taking out the maximum amount of taxes. The IRS says on their website, $40 a week, too much, okay? So we show that and we teach people how to get past that. The W-4 also will give you business deductions, up to 99 business deduction. So in essence, if you get 9 or 10 allowances, they take no federal taxes out of your paycheck, right? Remember the 14,000 from the 40? So now you got it all back into your household. You're running your business and building up tax deductions that's going to offset your taxable income. So if you're making $45,000, you're bringing home $45,000. Mm-hmm. See, the difference between a working person and a business person is that when I get paid as a business owner, okay, I spend first and pay taxes on what's left. If I make $100,000, I spend $95,000, I pay taxes on $5,000. With the W-2 working people, they're taxed first. Most don't have any money left afterwards to spend or pay their bills. So there's a difference. You can use your money first and pay tax on what's left, and you can work on your job, pay taxes first, and try to live off of what's left. So we're just trying to show people how to reverse it to their benefit. It's legal. The IRS says that you can do it, but most people don't like change. They rather stay, well, I got to pay taxes. Sure, but they don't want you to pay no more than you have to. You see what I'm saying? If you pay too much in taxes, they're going to give you what you got coming. Okay. So we just teach people, take advantage of the programs that you have. So if you're working a job, seek out more information about where I am and where you want to go.
All right. Who is it that you would like to help directly? I mean, is there a particular sector that your services relate to directly, or is it is there no delineation between sectors? Kind of give us an idea of who it is that you're trying to reach.
Well, we offer a business opportunity for the working class, and it's under the umbrella of a home-based business. We teach financial literacy. We teach individuals how to build personal wealth. And that's something that is not taught. It's not taught in college. It's not taught in schools, high schools. It's not taught on your job. And we give you the solution and 3 strategies to become wealthy on a personal level. And the information is very simple. The information is just vital to growth. If you do not know how money works, then you will forever be in a trap of working for someone else and likely not being able to retire, or in the instance of retiring and then going back to work. So we provide a solution that will just take care of money issues. We're the ultimate solution to building wealth through a home-based business.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like something anybody who wants to supplement their income would be able to use that. All right, so we want to make sure that everyone knows how they can take advantage of this opportunity. So how would we go about getting in touch with you, Ms. Green or Mr. Townsend?
Okay. We have a local office here in the Houston metropolitan area. Edward Townsend opened up a Houston-based office here 2 years ago. And even though we're fairly new, we are diligently getting the information out to the public and sharing the information. If you are an individual that is struggling off of 100% of your earnings, your salary, this information is for you. It's yours for the asking. The information is free for you to get, and you can contact me via website at teachingtruth.myecon.net, and I'll repeat it. teachingtruth.myecon.net, N-E-T. You can call me on my cell number and reach me direct and leave a voicemail, or you can text me at 832-758-5204. Again, the number is 832-758-5204. And you can also call and listen to a quick 24-hour pre-recorded message at 701 701-801-3059. Again, that number is 701-801-3059. And Edward Townsend phone number is 501-944-5056. I'll repeat the number again. Edward Townsend, 501-944-5056. Again, we do have a local office here in Houston, and we do workshops on a monthly basis. And just get in touch with us. Just get the information. It's yours for the asking. There's no obligation. And see what we can do for you as far as changing the quality of your life.
Okay, wow, fabulous. All right, so anything you would like to share in closing with our listeners?
Yes. I like to encourage people that's 1099 workers, which we consider self-employed. You're paying an extra 15% in taxes, and most self-employed 1099 workers have tax issues at the end of the year. If you're getting close to retirement and you're afraid that you're not going to have enough money to retire, you need to see us. We can help you. If you're already retired and your taxes is too high on your retirement pay, you need to see us. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with it, but it's real. It's real stuff out there. You're paying taxes after you're retired on your retirement money. So there is help, and there is hope through us at myEcon.
Okay, wow, wonderful. That's great. Well, thank you very much for coming onto Sankofa Solutions today. So, listeners, you have heard there is a lot of opportunity out there that we have not yet taken advantage of, and it sounds like some of it is as simple as how you file taxes, and just a matter of using all of the resources that are available to you. Now, when Brother Townsend says that everybody is overpaying in taxes, that should raise your eyebrow, and
yes, sir.
And that's akin to flushing money down the toilet. So
yes, sir.
We want to take advantage of all of the resources that are available to us, and we want to thank Miss Terry Green and Mr. Edward Townsend for coming on to Sankofa Solutions and sharing with us the valuable resource, and also letting us know that they teach financial literacy, and of course nearly all of us can stand to evolve in that area. So like Brother Heru said, don't be a slave to the ego. Just think about all of that extra cash you're flushing down the toilet, and it's time to get busy. So thank both of you very much for coming on to Sankofa Solutions. My pleasure.